Hi, my name is Catherine and this is So Much Sewing. Thank you very much for joining me here today. I appreciate your company. If you have found me for the first time, I hope you're as obsessed with sewing as I am and that you will enjoy my content. I hope you'll click the notification button and the subscribe button and all that business. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back and spending time with me today. It's amazing that you do. I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate all the conversations that I have in the comments section down below. We had a lot of good conversations about my video where I showed you lots of patterns that I had purchased that were basically the same pattern. I get obsessed with a design, and every time I see a pattern, whether it be a new one or just one that I hadn't seen before, I will press the buy button and I'll buy it, and I end up with patterns that are so similar to each other, it's ridiculous. And as I found out in the comment section, you guys do that too, so I'm glad to know that I'm not alone with that, and that it's just a phenomenon that we all do. Yeah, I need to try and get a little bit better at that. And also in the comments section, I mentioned hot patterns, and I said that I thought they had gone out of business, and I asked if anybody knew what had happened to hot patterns. And it turns out that they have just closed down their own website and they are now selling their patterns. I think it's solely on Etsy. So it's good to know they're still around. I do have a number of their patterns. I've attempted to make up one, which didn't go so well, but it was more to do with what I did than the pattern itself. So I need to make up a few of their patterns that I have, because there's some very sort of funky, out there, avant-garde patterns in their collection. So I really need to get stuck in and get those made. So thank you very much. A few of you let me know that they were available on Etsy, so I do appreciate that. So the 3 items that I made myself this week, one of them is, I love it. I love it, love it. I'm wearing it now. I'll talk you through it. Another one was, yeah, I made it work. It's fine. I will wear it. You know, that was okay. And the third one is an epic disaster. You'll see the caption on my video. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope. If you're a sci-fi fan, like I am, you'll know what that refers to. If you're a child of the sort of 60s and 70s, like I am, you'll also know what that refers to, but all will become clear later in the video if you don't know what the heck I'm talking about. And of course, the final item to talk to you about is my sister's make, and she did a fabulous job, as she has done right from the start of her sewing journey, so I will show you that one as well. But the first thing to show you is this, my Helen's Closet moss jacket. I'll put some better photos in for you, because I know it's hard to see when I'm standing so close to the camera like this, but this is made in a viscose crepe that I purchased from, I won't say where I got it from because I can't remember. It was one store or the other, but I can't remember which one it is. Love this colour so much. They called it Kingfisher. I remember that much from the sale. And this is the 3rd time I've made the moss jacket. The previous 2 versions, I didn't like that the inside of the pocket wasn't finished, where you sew the pocket to the jacket here. The inside, Helen's got amazing detailed instructions, but there was no instruction on finishing, you know, the inside of the pocket here. So what I did this time round is I doubled up my fabric, and then I folded it over to the inside and top stitched it down. So there's 4 layers of fabric there, and then when it comes to the facing, so you've got 4 layers of fabric plus what, 2, 3 layers, no more, here. So I did end up fighting this a little bit in this area because of all the layers that were all slipping around and being crazy. So that was my fault. That was the way I did things. Other than that, that was the only thing that was a little bit tricksy. I shortened it a little bit from the last time I made it, and I shortened the sleeve a little bit from the last time I made it because I wanted it to be a very, you know, summery, because we're in summer here in New Zealand, very summery, sort of a throw over jackety thing, and I love it. I've worn it several times already, so this is a huge big win for me. This is the second item I made. It's the Leonie top by Liam Patterns. You can also make this into a dress. You can have these short sleeves, or you can have longer sleeves, drop shoulder on it, so the sleeve, top of the sleeve starts here. With the long sleeve, I think there's pleats, and it's gathered into a elasticated cuff, I think. I didn't look too closely at that because I didn't make that. So Liam Patterns is a New Zealand sewing pattern company, which I have mentioned to you previously. And so yeah, I made this up, and I love this colour so much, this aubergine linen. It is beautiful. Love it. So this item I have titled, Yeah, I Made It Work. There was some jiggery pokery with it. When I first made it, the top pattern was quite long. You're not going to be able to see actually because I'm so close to the camera. So when I first made this top, it came all the way down here, and it was huge, absolutely huge. I have actually taken in 2 centimeters on each side, so that's 4 centimeters, 2 centimeters here, so that's 4 centimeters here and 4 centimeters here. I've taken 8 centimeters off this top all the way around, and I've got it to the point where I think it works. It was just too huge and big and baggy before. I shaped the hemline to bring it up like this. There's this little belt thing in the back, which, yeah, and the whole thing was just so ginormous on me. I really needed to make those changes to make it wearable. So yeah, this is, yep, I made it work. I made this specifically to go with my Suzy dress that I keep banging on to you about from Hubba, the one in the amazing Liberty paisley fabric. So yeah, this is not exactly a huge success, but I'm happy with this, and yeah, I probably won't make this pattern again, but I did make it again, which is my third pattern, my third make to show you, and that's the one that was a complete disaster. I'm not even going to put it on and show you now. I'll take some pictures and put them in. Yep, to me it looks like the outfit that Princess Leia wore on Star Wars. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope. Obviously it's in a lilac colour rather than white, but it looks so much the same. It's just quite shapeless on me. I did put the belt, this belt that I've put on the back here, I did put one on the back of that dress and one on the front as well to give it some shape, but it still wasn't enough. It's just too straight through. So if if you've got a different body shape to mine, if you're more of a column shape or a rectangle shape, whatever you call them, I was going to say banana, but I don't know what fruit is straight up and down. It's not banana, obviously, but yeah, if you're a different body shape to me, then this pattern could work for you. The instructions are so simple, and it's a very simple construction, so you know, look, I don't see that there's anything wrong with this pattern. It's just that it doesn't really suit me, and that's just the way of it. Not all patterns suit all people. I know Gini from the Big Sew Along mentioned that she had seen this pattern before and she was interested in it. So, and it probably would look great on Gini, because Gini is, I think she's short like me, but she's much more slender and more of a straight body shape. So I think perhaps it could work really well for her, or someone with her sort of body shape. So don't let me put you off, don't let my experience put you off. I think it's a great pattern, and like I say, so simple to make, but just not for me. I made a lot of changes to the pattern between this version and the lilac version, because I had taken in so much down the sides. And also I found that the neck was very, very wide, which I am not a huge fan of. I don't like things slipping off my shoulder and being too wide on my shoulder. So what changes did I make? Yes, because I took so much off the width of it, I took a size down on the sides. I took 2 sizes off on the shoulder here, so I brought this up higher. I brought the neck in further. I had already brought the neck in just a little smidge when I made this, my first version, because I had seen other people mention that the neck was very wide. So I had already brought it in a little bit, but I brought it in a lot more, probably about that much, to make the neck sit higher. Oh, I didn't show you my label on this. I think it looks really nice. I love this color, and this, I mean, I love linen. I love the way it sews up. I just think it looks so fantastic. It behaves so well. The hems are all beautiful. It does everything you tell it to do. So, you know, I'm a little bit sorry that I don't love this top more, because I think it is gorgeous. I love the fabric, but you know, hey, it is what it is. But anyway, I'm getting off the subject, aren't I? So yeah, brought the neck in a lot on the lilac version, which I think was a mistake in the end. I think if it had been wider on the shoulders, on the neck, that whole princess layer effect might not be quite so obvious. Yeah, and I put the belt on the front as well to sort of bring it in further. I brought it in because you can basically put this part of the belt anywhere you want out here, and I originally put the belt right out towards the side seams, if that makes sense, so that it made the whole dress come in further, and I did that on the front as well. But then I realized that I had brought it in too much, so I reduced the space where I placed the belt and brought it in. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, so and also it was actually, I didn't have quite enough fabric to make the full length dress, so I ended up sewing another piece around the bottom of the hem to make the dress longer. So I did a lot of work on this to try and make it work. Brought it in at the sides, brought it in at the neck, made it longer. I did a lot of work and it still didn't work out. So I am pretty gutted, but you know, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, isn't it? And the last thing I'll mention is Sarah's, my sister's, recent make. I'm trying to keep this video short because there are a million Vlogmas videos for everybody to watch at the moment, so I don't want to take up too much of your time. You'll be wanting to get on and watch those. But Sarah made a array top from Paper Cut Patterns. She has made this previously in a black double gauze embroidered fabric, and this time she made it in just a straight double gauze with no embroidery in a raspberry colour. She calls it her Raspberry Array. If you know Prince, then you'll know his song Raspberry Beret, so yeah, that's sorry. Anyway, that is it for me today. As I said, short and sweet. Get on and watch some of those other vloggers with all their vlogmases. I hope you're having an amazing time. I'll see you in a week. I'm not going to do Vlogmas. No one's asked me to do Vlogmas. I'm not sure if I should be happy or upset about that, but no vloggers from me. There's so many Vlogmases out there. I can't keep up with them, so I won't add to your Vlogmas viewing. Anyway, rambling again. I'll see you later. Bye.